Hello everyone, this is Money Mom. Welcome to the channel. No wonder I wasn't saving any money. How budgeting backwards has helped me save money and pay off debt. Let's get started and talk about it. I want to share with you guys about how I used to budget and how I budget now. I used to get my paycheck and right away I'd pay all my bills, which is fantastic, but I never made what I would say saving or retirement a priority. I used to tell myself, and other people would say, oh, you don't make that much money. So I just assumed I didn't make enough to save. And I will say this over and over, and I've had other YouTubers say it as well, no matter how low your income, you can find something, even if it's a small amount, to set aside for savings. So I used to pay all my bills, and then I'd see what's left over, and then I would end up spending that instead of setting aside some for savings. Now what I do that's different is I automate my savings, so before any bills get paid, a chunk of my paycheck goes into a higher interest savings account. I keep that there, and I've used it for things. I've used some of it towards buying a car. I've used some of it towards buying an air conditioning system, and also some unexpected expenses that came up. So it can really be a big help to have that extra money. So I want to give an example of this. We're going to take Sally Joe. Sally Joe says, I just am not saving any money. I know I don't make that much, but I'm not saving anything. So what Sally Joe does is she figures out how much money she makes a month after taxes. She makes $2,000 a month. So she sits down with her calculator and figures out her what I would call fixed expenses and variable expenses. Fixed, we'll say she pays rent. She's got to pay that, right? Variable, groceries, that would be an example. And she can have a say-so on how much she spends on expenses with groceries. That would be a good example right there. So it's $1,500. She tweaks it a little bit, so that she is only spending $1,500 a month. She says, wow, I've got $500 left over after the month. What do I want to do? Well, instead of paying her bills first, she puts the $500, and this is how Sally Joe is going to allocate it. And this adds up to $500. She puts $150 in her emergency savings. Say she lost her job, she has a root canal, things that maybe insurance doesn't cover. So she puts $150 a month into her higher interest savings account. Number two, she contributes $150 to retirement. Number three, she does have one car, and she has to keep money aside to put towards another vehicle if she needs it, and also she has any big car expenses. So she sets $100 a month towards her car, and then also I added this $100, which will get it to the $500. She keeps an extra $100, and I think this is really important. Instead of putting it in savings, she keeps it in her checking account, and what I call a little checking pad or padding in her account. So that way, if she has something, a little expense that comes up that was unexpected, it doesn't matter what that expense is, maybe a little bill that came up that she kind of forgot about, something that she owes money to. Let's say she owes her CPA some money, she has a CPA do her taxes, or something that came up, a little extra medical bill that she wasn't anticipating. So she keeps that extra money in her checking account, which, gives her, so her checking's not down to zero. So this extra $500, you can allot it any way you wish. The other thing is, and I put this down, adjust as you need. Say all of a sudden she gets a pay raise. She may want to contribute more to her retirement or more to her car fund. She can change anything she wants. That $500 is flexible, so she can do whatever she wants with it. But I personally have found it to be really good to save the money first and set it aside, make that a priority. And so right now, with one of my checks that I'm getting, the first thing that comes out of it is savings and retirement. And then I can do with what I want with the rest of it. So that's what I'm doing now. I wish how I'm budgeting now, I did when I was in my 20s, 30s, and even 40s. Hey, but guess what? It's never too late to start. And no matter what income you are, you can start at a small level. If you can only save $25 a month, any amount is better than nothing. So that's what I wanted to share with you today. Budgeting backwards has helped me have a big peace of mind. I love saving money, and it just really has been helpful to our family when we have emergencies come up and also planning for bigger expenses. So let me know how you're saving money today and if you have any budgeting tips. That's all I have to say for now. I love you, I appreciate you, and I sure hope to see you for tomorrow morning's video. Bye-bye.